Next thing we're going to do now is just carpet at the flooring pieces, the panels. I'm going to roll out the carpet and show you that, guys, now. Let's go do it. So what I've got now is I've laid all the pieces out and I've spaced them apart enough. The way I've worked it out is I've gone the thickness of the timber, plus I've allowed 50mm overhang, so to wrap around 50mm. So just with the first panel, I'll do it together. I'll show you. Just got a rag. I want to clean the surface, but just get all the sawdust and any crap that's on there. But I've got some primer. You don't need it, but I've got it, so that's why I'm using it. But yeah, that's just something to give it a clean with. Make sure you want to sand and rub off all those burrs from the timber. You really don't want those getting on there. So I'm going to do that to all of them. As you can see, there's just off that towel, there's a lot of sawdust and a lot of crap that's on there, so it's good to get that off. So what I do, I want to pour a bit on there, get spreading straight away. I'd rather put more on if I have to instead of too much, because then it can become an absolute pain in the ass to deal with. Too lazy to get my own trowel, but yeah, what I want to do is just pretty much just spread it around. I'm going to get it close to the edges as possible. Got a weight, that'll be more than better. I want to do that now with all the rest of them, and I'll see you guys in a little bit. So there we go, we've got it all, or I've got it all down. I've got some more weights, I've got to chuck it on it. Just buckets, jerry cans, toolbox, whatever you can grab. Just look, a bit of firm weight on them, just to make sure it's getting a bit of an even distribution, not that you're going to have glue built up on one side, or air bubbles, not so much, but you shouldn't get any air bubbles just because you've made that glue relatively flat. But yeah, no, that even better again would be if you put the glue face down, peeled it off, let it aerate for a minute, and then put it back down again. But none of this, I want to leave these overnight because I don't want to dick around. I want the face to set. Then I want to cut and fold the edges around, because I don't want the edges to be rounded off. I want it to be nice and square and tight. So you'll see exactly what I mean when we take the next step after these guys dry out. I want to leave these overnight because I want it to be rock solid, and yeah, we'll take it from there. Down the pieces, now we've just got to cut them out. I've let them cure overnight, so they've dried up quite firm actually. I've gone and had a look at it, and a lot of the pieces have come out. But just having a look, what I've done is I've found a piece of wood, which was like a perfect spacer. So I ran the wood along, ran this piece of wood that I actually use as then I sat it in there along the side, ran the blade, and then that gives me my perfect thickness. Yeah, I've got like 17 plus the 40. It'll wrap around plenty. So that's what I'm gonna do now. I've cut them all out. I'm just gonna show you guys how I cut and get these ready for the fold. Best way I found to do it is getting a big square. Now, I'm gonna run it past. Keep it nice and hard on the timber. Running it past, and now you wanna cut along there. So what we're gonna do is go up like that. That way. And do the same on the opposite side. And then now this square comes out. And now what that's gonna do, that's gonna be my wrap around the corner there. And then later on, I wanna measure out and cut. As you can see, that'll fold like that, but what I wanna do is I wanna actually cut, go 17 mil, and then you're gonna cut across like that to give you the nice fold, and there'll be a nice diagonal join like that. What I've actually done while I've gone and done is taped back all the tags back behind. So the idea behind that is, see how I start pulling the tape off and they stay in place? It just makes it easier for the gluing process, when I have to wrap it around and staple, that they're not stiff and they don't want to sit out. Just naturally by memory, they're starting to really curl around. So it just makes it easier. Just a little thing that I learned helps. It's not be all end all, just makes the job that much easier. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to start on one tag, put glue. What glue I'm actually using, I'm sure I showed you before, that's the shit there, just a horizontal hold. I don't want to get this face dirty because that's part of the exposed part from underneath the lid, so I want to do my best to keep that clean. So yeah, I want to show you guys how I do it. Push one of the flaps down, help stepping on it. I do it on the timber. After doing it a few times, you get really familiar on how it handles. Do a bit up the side. Now what you want to do is you actually want to push the carpet on. Smear it in there, get the carpet and the timber both with glue. Now you want to set that off, leave that off. Don't stick it down and staple it. You want it to start to air out and get really tacky and really thick. So just doing that, just let that be as is. And what I want to do, I want to keep going with the rest. And then by the time I do the rest, that side will be ready to stick down. Alright, now just doing off the final pieces. Just go finish through with it, just a hammer to make sure the staples are in. Let's go chuck it in the boat. Now this is actually one of the last pieces for the boat, and massive tip I gotta say is when you're putting the carpet on the glue and on the panels, make sure you fit them while the glue has yet to be set. So yeah, once the glue is yet to go hard, when it's still soft, install the panel so when that goes real hard, it actually sits in the position that it's meant to be. So if I was to wait and let it go hard and then try and put it in, I've made it pretty snug fit everywhere, literally down to the millimeter. So if all goes well, this should fit. It's becoming some serious thirsty work. All right, now that we've got it all carpeted, panels are laid out. Sorry guys, I did miss a few parts that I said I was going to do hinges, but I've just taken on the last couple of panels where I want to show the setting out of the hinge. The hinges I'm using, they're piano hinges, they're 316 stainless marine grade. Actually here we go. I've already attached it to one side. The way I've gone is, if you can imagine a cross section of this, you've got the timber, carpet underneath, this little piece here, the fold around, carpet, timber, and you've got the carpet on top. So where you want to position the hinge is pretty much on the corner of where the timber is, not the carpet. So you want to disregard the carpet at this stage. You want to work with the timber that's on the inside. So if you can have a look, I'll just hold it out like that so it gives you a bit of a, imagine that right angle. You've got the, see how it's like just down from the carpet height. You want it to be on the timber level. Can you imagine if you were to rip off the top layer of carpet, it would be flush with that timber. Blind aluminium rivets go in, but after a while, obviously, because when rivets expand to hold their position, they pretty much split the layers of the timber, even full marine ply. So it's not good. Pre-drilled, just gone with a little drill bit, drilled all the holes, then I've gone and put the screws in there. Very strong, very sturdy, and obviously having as many screws as you can in all the holes, you're pretty much spreading the load across all of them. So, and this is also where I've got the aluminium L angle that I showed you earlier. I actually did a bit of a fuck up while I was going. I needed to shift a bit of the, a couple of the panels 3 mil, so I didn't allow for that thickness of that L angle that I put in, but I'll give you guys a quick look now. As you can see, I've had to get this L angle and push it back, hence why there's a bit of that unpainted surface lip there, and I've damaged that fucking EVA shit, so I'm gonna have to rip that off. I'll put a new piece in, but for now I'm just gonna keep going ahead, get everything sorted, and I'll have to replace that little piece there because that's not looking good. Anyway, the way it's gonna sit, I'm gonna have this hatch in here. As you can see, I've already pre-drilled all the holes for the hinges, the hinge holes. They all line up there, and these will actually feed into this panel over here, and this panel is actually going to be a permanent fixed panel, so that will not come off. That will not be able to be removed. I've cut a hole here and put a stainless hawse hole, or they call it a grommet. That's going to feed to my power pole, and then also I've got a little flange here. I don't know where I put it, which is where my fuel line and my NEMA and everything else will come out through there, and yeah, power pole through there. So all I'm gonna do is just slip that in there for now. That's nice. Put that in there nice and flat. Beautiful. So now I'm gonna do, obviously it's not fixed off right now, but we've got to put all those screws in there, and then we'll see from there. Now we've just got our latches delivered. Now, I've got latches obviously throughout the whole boat, stainless latches, but, as you can see here, I've got one for the live wire missing. That's for the battery compartment that I had. Yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and install those now. As you can see, it's pretty hard to open, fucking, with no handle. So, I'm just gonna go ahead and fit those. So, got these. I'll just sit these down and open them up so you guys see what I'm dealing with. These are 316 stainless latches. They're 62 mil wide across the top, and off memory, I think it's a 50 mil hole. Just want to check the square. Yeah, 50 mil hole with a 62 mil face. So, just going to go ahead, unscrew the backs, and I'll show you guys how to install them. Just got the backing plate, and you got some rubber washers. These are basically just packers, but I'll show you what they're for in a minute. Don't lose those screws. Alright, so now, I already measured and pre-cut these Pretty much you want to see how, like what I meant about the 50mm, and that's the 62mm flange. So the 50mm here, and then just measure, obviously, it comes with, this is the catch, the little striker plate, which sits in here, which I've already got, which I've already fitted in there. So that's where, if you can imagine, when the latch comes down, it's just gonna bite into that, like it'll do that, literally. It's gonna hit there and sit underneath that little latch. That's what's gonna make it hold. So I'll just assemble it just quickly. So what I want to do is put it in nice and flat. Keep it nice and square as possible, obviously, to make it nice and sexy. And just put these little rings, these little cock rings around it. You might have to only put 2, you might need 3, all 3. Backing plate. Yeah, I'm going to get away with 2, but just because I don't want to be losing this one, I'll just put 3, because why not? Screw. Get the second one in before I actually snug it down tight. I don't like going all the way with the impact, because you can actually break the screw, or especially because it's fine thread. Do about 95% with the impact, and just to save time, goes quicker, and then fasten it by hand with the last couple turns. If you want, you can probably put Loctite on it, but not what we need. Just nip it up and give it a crack. If all goes well, it should just shut with a slight bit of a push. So these locks are designed, they won't shut just on a push. They actually require you to open or pull the latch and then push. So we'll give it a crack. So it won't go down as soon as I lift that up. Cock in a sock. What I've done here with this one, again, same thing. Got a nice ring around it, got it all cut out. Got the catch, the little striker there for that latch to catch onto. Pretty much. Again, lift her up. All floors come up beautifully. So yeah, so that's lock 1 and 2 done. We're at the stage now where obviously the floor's been carpeted, fitted, main floor's been fixed off. Latches, these 2 are loose sitting. I might put like a little finger grab stainless latch there, just something to lift them out a bit easier, but I don't know, I've never had a drama of just popping them out and then that's it. I'd rather probably not run anything there if I can avoid it. Just keep it less as possible, less things going on. So also starting from the back, just quickly, yeah, this big ass box, power pole line running into the floor, running into the back, fuel line, NEMA, sorry it's windy as fuck out here, through this flange right here. I sprayed it black. This little panel here that you see here is actually screwed down, that does not move. Compartment here for the battery, as you see me fix off. This is just so I have easy access to charge, and just easy to get back here if I need be. There's that. Holy shit, shitballs. Like I said earlier in the making of the video, I was going to router that out, make it nice and round. I've done that and got the conduit running out underneath. Rerun all the wiring through there and also to the front. And yeah, so live well latch done. You see me, I chucked the hinges in. So yeah, that's pretty much done for the back. My next thing, I've already started, but I forgot to show you guys. I've got another piece of timber for here. I actually ripped out the floor, the existing floor, because it was absolutely munted. And that was a stock floor from Quintrex. It was marine ply, but being so thin, it actually warped, and it actually got mold around it. So obviously moisture sitting under there, and never got a chance to air out. And yeah, just from being on there, while I was working on this black floor, I had muddy work boots, which biggest rule of my boat, I don't like work boots on my boat, on the floor of this boat. Obviously wears the carpet a lot faster. So where was I? Yes, sheet gone on. I'm actually going to put SeaDek. Now this is a material that I've got in offshore boats and stuff, with designs and stuff cut in as well, you can get done, but I'm just going to get a plain simple. Thinking about getting like a measuring device sort of like routed out into it, but for the most part I'm just going to keep it simple the way it is. I've actually already gone just like marked out the where I'm going to be screwing and fixing along here too. I've got a beam running here, one, I've got two, and then a third one. So yeah, that's my next thing, and I'm also going to put SeaDek on this part here, this bit here before the bench seat, there, and the floor. On that note, guys, gonna wrap it up here. Thank you again for guys that are sticking out for this long of the video. If there's anything you guys want to see up and close, I've had a lot of messages. Stay tuned for future mods. Got a lot of things coming, like I said, the live site. That's a whole nother game in itself, so that's another angle or a tactic that we want to try and show you as much as I can. So thanks guys again for watching another episode of Fishing with Captain.